Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I am going to tell you very interesting story thoughts. And you know all that this is very easy way to understand English language very well by listening story thoughts. So listen it carefully and improve your spoken English skills. One day I asked my father, "Can you give me some tips to learn English well?" My father smiled and said that, "Why do you feel that you are not learning English?" I replied, "I forget things. I read a lot in a day, but after few days later everything goes blank. I can't remember anything." My father thought for a moment and said, "Okay, so the problem is that you forget what you read." Then he said, "Come with me to the market. I will give you some advice that will stay in your mind and heart forever." I was curious and excited, so I agreed to go with him. First, my father took me to a roadside dhaba. He pointed at a man baking chapatis on a hot pan. He asked, "Look at the chapati. If that person does not turn it over every few seconds, what will happen?" I replied, "The chapati will burn and become useless." My father smiled and said, "Good. Now let's go to the next place." Next, he took me to a pawn shop. The shopkeeper was making pan and sprinkling water on the shaking the pan leaves again and again. My father asked, "Why is the shopkeeper shaking the pan leaves and dipping them in water every few minutes?" I replied, "To keep them fresh. If he doesn't do this, the leaves will rot." My father laughed and said, "Well done. You understand things very well. Let's move to the next place." Then he took me to a horse yard where a trainer was making the horses run on the ground. Again my father asked, "Why is the trainer for any the horses to run?" I smiled and said, "Dear father, if a horse does not move regularly, it will become lazy and forget how to run." My father looked proud and said, "You have great knowledge." Then I asked, "Father, you are just showing me things and asking questions. Please tell me the real answer. How can I learn English better?" Then my father laughed and said, "My dear son, you already know the answer." I was confused. "What do you mean?" I asked. Then my father said, "As you have seen, when we do something and forget it, we should do it again and again, because by doing it again and again, we always remember it and we become better at it." Now I understand understood very well that my father wanted to teach me by showing me all these things. That day I understand a great lesson. If I want to learn English well, I must revise my lesson again and again. So, through this story, we learn that whatever we have to learn, we should repeat it again and again so that we can learn it better. So, friends, if you like this video, please do not to forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, my all dear friends. Thank you so much for watching this video.